Volume 1, Tape Number 2, Side A. Lesson 11, Friends in Foreign Countries.
Listen to this conversation between Paul and Mary.
You're studying Spanish, aren't you, Paul?
Yes, I am. I'm majoring in Spanish.
Is it difficult?
No, it isn't. It's easy.
Do you ever read books in Spanish?
Yes, I often do.
Do you have any Spanish friends?
Yes, but they aren't living here now. They're living in Spain.
Do you ever write to them?
Yes, I'm writing a letter to them now.
Do you write to them in English or in Spanish?
I usually write in Spanish, but I sometimes write in English. What about you, Mary? Do you have any foreign friends?
I have a Swedish pen pal. Her name is Brett.
She lives in Stockholm, I suppose.
No, she lives in the country. She says she doesn't like big cities.
Do you write to her in Swedish?
Oh, no, I don't know any Swedish. I always write in English.
I don't know any Swedish girls. Do you have a picture?
Yes, this is her picture.
She's very pretty. Does she have a boyfriend?
Yes, she has a boyfriend in Sweden.
That's too bad.
Don't you have a Spanish girlfriend?
No, I don't.
Now give short answers to these questions. Is Mary studying Spanish?
No, she isn't.
Is Paul studying Spanish?
Yes, he is.
Is he majoring in Spanish too?
Yes, he is.
Is Spanish difficult?
No, it isn't.
It's easy, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Does he ever read books in Spanish?
Yes, he does.
Does he have any Spanish friends?
Yes, he does.
Does Paul ever write to them?
Yes, he does.
Does he usually write in Spanish?
Yes, he does.
Does he sometimes write in English?
Yes, he does.
Does Mary have a Swedish friend?
Yes, she does.
Is her name Britt?
Yes, it is.
Does she live in the country?
Yes, she does.
Does she say she likes big cities?
No, she doesn't.
Does Mary write to her in Swedish?
No, she doesn't.
Does Paul know any Swedish girls?
No, he doesn't.
Does Mary have Britt's picture?
Yes, she does.
Britt's very pretty, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Does she have a boyfriend?
Yes, she does.
Her boyfriend lives in Sweden, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Now answer these questions with or. Is Paul majoring in Spanish or in French?
He's majoring in Spanish.
Is Spanish easy or difficult for him?
It's easy for him.
Does he read books in Spanish or in Swedish?
He reads books in Spanish.
Does Mary have a Spanish or a Swedish pen pal?
She has a Swedish pen pal.
Does she live in the country or in the city?
She lives in the country.
Does Britt have a boyfriend here or in Sweden?
She has a boyfriend in Sweden.
Now answer these questions. What is Paul majoring in?
He's majoring in Spanish.
What does he often read?
He often reads books in Spanish.
Who is he writing to?
He's writing to his Spanish friends.
Where do they live?
They live in Spain.
What nationality is Mary's pen pal?
She's Swedish.
What's her name?
Her name is Britt.
What doesn't Brit like?
She doesn't like big cities.
What doesn't Mary know?
She doesn't know any Swedish.
Who's very pretty?
Britt is.
Where does her boyfriend live?
He lives in Sweden.
End of Lesson 11. Lesson 12. The picnic last Sunday.
Listen to this conversation between Bob and Anne.
We won it. Come on, Roscoe. Go up now. Hey, George, be ready now. Come on now, George. Okay, guys, come on now.
Good morning, Bob.
Hello, Anne. How was the picnic last Sunday?
I enjoyed it a lot. We had a very good time.
What about Mary? Was she there too?
No, she wasn't. She stayed at home.
She was invited, wasn't she?
Of course, but she was busy.
Studying, I suppose.
Yes, she's always studying.
She's a good student, isn't she?
She certainly is. She hardly ever misses class.
By the way, I didn't see you in class last week. Where were you?
I was in Chicago. I visited some relatives there.
I have some relatives in Chicago, too. I visited them last summer.
I didn't know that. Where do they live?
On 14th Street.
Is that right? My relatives live on 15th Street.
That's nice. We can go to Chicago together sometime.
Good idea.
Now, give short answers to these questions. Was Anne at home last Sunday?
No, she wasn't.
Was she at a picnic?
Yes, she was.
Was Bob at the picnic?
No, he wasn't.
Did Anne enjoy the picnic?
Yes, she did.
Did they have a good time?
Yes, they did.
Did Mary go to the picnic?
No, she didn't.
Did she stay at home?
Yes, she did.
She wasn't invited, was she?
Yes, she was.
She was studying, I suppose.
Yes, she was.
She's always studying, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
She hardly ever misses class, does she?
No, she doesn't.
Did Bob see Anne in class last week?
No, he didn't.
Was Anne at home last week?
No, she wasn't.
Was she in Chicago?
Yes, she was.
Did she visit some relatives?
Yes, she did.
Does Bob live in Chicago?
No, he doesn't.
Does he have relatives in Chicago?
Yes, he does.
Did he visit them last summer?
Yes, he did.
Did Anne know he had relatives in Chicago?
No, she didn't.
Do Anne's relatives live near Bob's relatives?
Yes, they do.
Bob and Anne can go to Chicago together, can't they?
Yes, they can.
Now answer these questions with or. Was Anne at a picnic or at home last Sunday?
She was at a picnic.
Did Anne have a good time or a bad time?
She had a good time.
Was Mary there or did she stay at home?
She stayed at home.
Was Anne in class or in Chicago last week?
She was in Chicago.
Was she visiting relatives or was she sightseeing?
She was visiting relatives.
Does Bob have relatives in Chicago too or in New York?
He has relatives in Chicago too.
Now answer these questions. Where was Anne last Sunday?
She was at a picnic.
How did she enjoy it?
She enjoyed it a lot.
What sort of time did she have?
She had a good time.
What did Mary do?
She stayed at home.
Why didn't Mary go to the picnic?
Because she was busy.
What was she doing?
She was studying.
Where was Anne last week?
She was in Chicago.
Who did she visit in Chicago?
She visited relatives.
When was Bob in Chicago?
He was there last summer.
Where do Bob's relatives live?
They live on 14th Street.
End of Lesson 12. Lesson 13. An enjoyable Sunday.
Listen to this conversation between Fred and Jane.
What did you do last Sunday, Fred?
I went to church with my family. Then I went for a drive.
Did your family go with you?
No, they went home for lunch.
Who did you take with you?
I took Bob and Ann. Bob brought his guitar, and we sang folk songs.
That's nice.
Yes, and the weather was nice too. We had a very enjoyable time.
You had lunch in a restaurant, I suppose?
No, Ann made some sandwiches and Bob bought some Cokes. We ate and drank in the car.
Did you stay in the car all the time?
No, we stopped near a little lake and we went for a walk.
When did you get home?
About 6 o'clock. What about you, Jane? What did you do?
Me? Oh, I stayed at home. I wrote some letters in the morning, and I read a book in the afternoon.
Didn't you watch television?
Yes, I saw a good program at 8 o'clock. It was a variety show.
I saw it too. It was very enjoyable. Now, give short answers to these questions. Did Fred go for a drive last Sunday?
Yes, he did.
Did Fred take Bob and Ann?
Yes, he did.
Bob brought his guitar, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Didn't they sing folk songs?
Yes, they did.
The weather was nice, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
They had lunch in a restaurant, didn't they?
No, they didn't.
Ann made some sandwiches, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
Did she buy Cokes too?
No, she didn't.
Did they eat and drink in the car?
Yes, they did.
Did they go for a walk near a little lake?
Yes, they did.
They got home at 6, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
Jane didn't stay at home, did she?
Yes, she did.
Did she read a book in the morning?
No, she didn't.
Did she write letters in the morning?
Yes, she did.
She watched a good program at 8, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
It was a variety show, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Did Fred see it too?
Yes, he did.
It wasn't very enjoyable, was it?
Yes, it was.
Now, answer these questions with or. Did Fred take Jane for a drive, or did he take Bob and Anne?
He took Bob and Anne for a drive.
Did they sing popular songs or folk songs?
They sang folk songs.
Was the weather nice or bad?
It was nice.
Did Jane write letters or read a book in the morning?
She wrote letters in the morning.
Did she read a book or watch television in the afternoon?
She read a book in the afternoon.
Did she see a variety show or a news program?
She saw a variety show.
Now, answer these questions. What did Fred do after church?
He went for a drive.
Who did he take with him?
He took Bob and Anne.
What sort of time did they have?
They had an enjoyable time.
What did Anne make?
She made some sandwiches.
What did Bob buy?
He bought some Cokes.
Where did they eat and drink?
They ate and drank in the car.
When did they get home?
They got home at 6 o'clock.
What did Jane do in the morning?
She wrote letters.
What did she do in the afternoon?
She read a book.
When did she watch television?
She watched television at 8.
End of Lesson 13. Lesson 14. Sports we like.
Listen to this conversation between John and Mark.
What time did you get home yesterday, Mark?
At 9, I was really tired. I played soccer with the boys after work, and then we went bowling.
Don't you enjoy soccer and bowling?
Oh yes, but soccer and bowling in one day? What sports do you like, John?
Me? I like baseball, but I don't play it very often. I usually watch it on TV, but I often go swimming.
Where do you go swimming? At the pool?
No, I usually go to the river.
Isn't it dirty?
No, it isn't. It's very clean, as a matter of fact.
How often do you go?
Maybe 2 or 3 times a month, usually on Sunday mornings after church.
But do you go swimming even in winter?
Oh, yes, even in winter. A really cold swim is very refreshing.
Refreshing, huh? Maybe. Say, can I go with you sometime?
Sure, I'm going next Sunday. Why don't you come then?
Okay, let's meet after church and we can go together.
Right. See you then.
Now, give short answers to these questions. Did Mark play soccer with the boys yesterday?
Yes, he did.
Did he go bowling too?
Yes, he did.
Doesn't he enjoy soccer and bowling?
Yes, he does.
Was he really tired?
Yes, he was.
Did John play baseball yesterday?
No, he didn't.
Does he like baseball?
Yes, he does.
Does he play it very often?
No, he doesn't.
He watches it on TV?
Yes, he does.
Does he often go swimming?
Yes, he does.
He goes to the pool, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't go to the river, does he?
Yes, he does.
Isn't the river dirty?
No, it isn't.
Does he go swimming 2 or 3 times a month?
Yes, he does.
He doesn't go swimming in winter, does he?
Yes, he does.
Is a cold swim refreshing?
Yes, it is.
Can Mark go with John sometime?
Yes, he can.
Is John going next Sunday?
Yes, he is.
Is Mark going to go with him?
Yes, he is.
Are they going to meet before church?
No, they aren't.
They're going to meet after church?
Yes, they are.
Now answer these questions with or. Did Mark get home at 9 last night or at 10?
He got home at 9.
Did he play soccer or golf?
He played soccer.
Does John go swimming or bowling?
He goes swimming.
Does he go to the pool or to the river?
He goes to the river.
Does he go on Sundays or on Saturdays?
He goes on Sundays.
Are Mark and John going swimming next Sunday or playing soccer?
They're going swimming.
Now answer these questions. What time did Mark get home yesterday?
He got home at 9.
Who did he play soccer with?
He played soccer with the boys.
What does Mark enjoy?
He enjoys soccer and bowling.
What doesn't John play very often?
He doesn't play baseball very often.
Where does John go swimming?
He goes swimming in the river.
Who goes swimming even in winter?
John does.
When is John going to go swimming?
He's going to go swimming next Sunday.
Who is going with him?
Mark is.
Where are they going to meet?
They're going to meet at church.
End of Lesson 14. Lesson 15. Take me to the hospital.
Listen to this conversation between Ken and Sue.
Can you drive, Ken?
Sure. I don't have a car, though.
Oh, that's too bad.
Why?
I need a driver today.
But why? Where are you going?
To Ringwood Hospital.
A hospital? Are you sick?
No, I'm fine. My sister's there. She had a baby yesterday.
Really? Is it a boy or a girl?
A boy. They're going to call him Mark. He's their first son and my first nephew.
Well, well. Aunt Sue, eh? Congratulations.
Thanks. Actually, I'm an aunt already. My sister also has 3 little girls. This is her 4th child.
That's great.
Yes, but gee, I can't visit her today. No car and no driver.
Wrong. You have a driver, and I think I can borrow Dad's car. Wait here. I'm going to ask him.
Really? Oh, thanks, Ken.
Now, give short answers to these questions. Can Ken drive?
Yes, he can.
Does he have a car?
No, he doesn't.
Does Sue need a driver?
Yes, she does.
Is she sick?
No, she isn't.
Is she going to Ringwood Hospital?
Yes, she is.
Is Sue's sister there?
Yes, she is.
Did Sue's sister have a baby yesterday?
Yes, she did.
Is it a baby girl?
No, it isn't.
It's a baby boy, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Are they going to call him Philip?
No, they aren't.
His name's going to be Mark?
Yes, it is.
Is he Sue's first nephew?
Yes, he is.
Is Sue an aunt already?
Yes, she is.
Does her sister now have 5 children?
No, she doesn't.
She has 4, doesn't she?
Yes, she does.
Does Sue have a driver?
Yes, she does.
Does Ken's father have a car?
Yes, he does.
Ken thinks he can borrow it, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Is he going to ask his dad?
Yes, he is.
Now answer these questions with or. Is Sue sick or is she fine?
She's fine.
Is her sister sick or did she have a baby?
She had a baby.
Is the baby a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
Is he Sue's sister's first son or her 4th son?
He's her first son.
Does Ken have a car or does his father have one?
His father has one.
Now answer these questions. Who can drive?
Ken can.
What does Sue need today?
She needs a driver.
Where is Sue going?
She's going to Ringwood Hospital.
Who's in the hospital?
Sue's sister is.
Who had a baby yesterday?
Sue's sister did.
What are they going to call him?
They're going to call him Mark.
How many children does Sue's sister have?
She has 4 children.
How many nephews does Sue have?
She has 1.
Who has a car?
Ken's father does.
What's Ken going to borrow?
He's going to borrow his father's car.
End of Lesson 15. End of Side A.